Oh, hello summoners, this is TheOddOne from SoloMid.net, and this is a jungling video which stars everyone's favorite counter jungling furry, Nunu. This guide should show you the basics of Nunu, counter jungling, as well as how to think like a high level Nunu. Personally, I think Nunu is one of the best jungle picks in the game because of his utility, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Runes. So basically this is a generic rune page which I run for most of my junglers, including Nunu. It is mostly greater marks of alacrity for attack speed, some armor penetration from the quints in that one. So I have 12 armor pen, 13 flat armor, which is really good early game, and 24 skill and magic resist, which is really good later in the game, because early game you don't really need magic resist, so it's really good to have the 24. Why don't I run magic penetration over armor pen? Well, for the most part, it's not very useful to have magic or just flat 10 magic penetration because I don't intend to go Sork Boots in my build. So flat 10 magic penetration doesn't really do that much damage unless you actually stack more flat magic penetration or reduction. So for the most part, mid game, past late game, the damage increase is going to be very minimal, if any. Why 12 armor pen? Because off the top of my head, the small golems have 12 armor. The wolves and the small lizards have under 12 armor. So the wraiths have too much, and the large golem has 24, the dragon has 21. So this means I can spend less time at the small camps, such as the small golems and wolves, because I have more attack speed and I'm doing full damage to them. And I don't really mind not having more armor pen for the bigger camps, because I can just use Consume and Smite to make those ones faster. And it will give me more time to counter jungle or do other stuff and roam along the map. So that's basically my masteries in a nutshell. So here I have my summoner skills. So for Nunu, we're going to take Smite for obvious reasons, as explained in my Olaf video, and Flash. Reason for Flash is because if, instead of say Ghost, is because if you can't get away with Blood Boil Nunu, which is basically Ghost speed, it's highly unlikely Ghost would help you at all, but Flash would, because you could flash over walls, something you couldn't do with Blood Boil or Ghost. Alright, moving on, we have Masteries. So basically I put one here just to reduce the cooldown in Smite and give me 5 gold, which is fairly useless, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. And we have Free Here and Resistance, Free Here and Hardiness. So if you combine this with my runes, you have 19 armor, or 19 plus armor at level 1, which is actually pretty nice for level 1. So I'm really resilient against towers, against enemy champions, against jungle creeps. So it's really nice, and this is always good because there's not much else to put it in. Starting Spirit, yeah, same reason. So then we have Perseverance, basic stuff, because I hope I don't die a lot. Awareness, you need this, I mean, it's much better than this crap. Meditation, easy, another easy one. Now the only real, I'd say, divergence would be only 2 in quickness, so I could have 1 in greed. I personally think greed is very good. I probably won't miss quickness as much because Nunu's already hitting over 400 move speed with Blood Boil, so it doesn't really matter that I'm missing 1 here and put it in here. So it's really good for me to have greed, just to get extra gold. Alright, so this part will deal with the strengths and weaknesses of Nunu. So basically, I'll be dealing with the first strength Nunu. The major reason for this video is counter jungling. So this is the first example of free. So it's gonna be Nunu against a weaker jungler. Warwick is a slow jungler, and he can't really do anything if someone harasses him in jungle and that champion happens to be stronger. Well, he's not gonna fight back because until he gets Lizard buff or his ultimate at level 6, he is not much of a threat to Nunu. So I'm going to show you how to counter jungle with Nunu against a Warwick or someone similar. Alright, so at this part my team is just guarding me. I'm going to have Vlad pull blue when it spawns. I'm telling Tarek, who is vital to counter jungling, to CV near his wolves at around 235, so hopefully that works well. Yep, so I have boots, ward, 1 pot. So you'll see the importance of these items later.
Minions
First
have
off, I'm gonna
spawned.
kill the big wolf by hitting it, then consuming. I can do this because consume will be up by the time this is up, so it's all okay. So we know they're there, so that's good. For counter jungle, you need to know where the enemy is, or else you look like an idiot as you give them free X. So here we go. I just took a camp. I'm already 95 X up. So if I were to do blue and then kill the big Wraith, I'd be level 3, just like that. So, Vlad pulls it. There we go. This is so I take far less damage than I should, even though they hit it a little too much and I should leave. But anyhow, so I take very little damage from this camp because of the help, and it didn't affect Vlad at all. He didn't miss a single creep. You're still free. So here we go. I'm killing this. I'm pretty sure I just don't know where Warwick is. Now, watch what happens here. They CV me. Now, the dumb thing to do would be run right to rifts, and then he'd blatantly know that I'm gonna go to his rifts. So instead, I just fake it and just kill a wolf. So CV's gone. I run back. So I still know where he is. So he's still wolves. This is why Warwick's a real bad jungle, because he's just awful slow, even with longsword. So I run up to his raves, and I'm gonna consume one. So poof, just like that, boom, 120x gone out of his pocket. So I ward here. Now look what I do here. I notice the creeps are around that tower. If I were to walk here, the creeps would see me as they walk by. So I'm gonna wait a bit, and if this would update, yeah, this is safe. So I'm gonna go kill golems myself, get more X over Warwick. I'm pretty sure Warwick's around here right now. So I keep smite up just in case Warwick comes when I'm in the middle of doing this. But I don't need it, so I consume. Now I'm gonna do a second thing that may seem strange. So I'm gonna stand here. Yeah, okay. Warwick's gonna check that. He's gonna see there's nothing there. So I'm waiting here. Like, logically, most people would actually try to do Liz, because, I mean, Nunu just took everything out, so you might as well take the last camp there. But he doesn't, so I'm just gonna leave and go do my own camps before he does mine. So that's the end of this example. Alright, so here we have example 2. So Amumu, in my opinion, is a significantly faster jungler than Warwick. So it's going to be slightly harder to beat Amumu because he's not going to take as long as Warwick did with those two camps. He's going to be clearing them almost as fast as Nunu. So we're going to watch how we're going to deal with that with Nunu. So here we are again, almost the exact same circumstances. We know Amumu is standing there, so we can do blue first because that's probably the fastest route for him. And so basically same battle plan. So I'm gonna ward his Liz again because by warding Liz he's less likely to do it. And well, there's gonna be a snag here, but I'm gonna make a huge screw up around this area, so I'll show you as it comes. So we just speed this up.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, same plan. I'm gonna have... Okay, once it sinks. Okay, there we go. Moonwalk. Alright, there we go. So, I'm gonna kill this camp again. It takes a little longer because I have less help than last time, so you notice I take far more damage. One more hit. There we go. So now, I'm at close to the same spot. I know Amumu is probably about to start this camp, so speed it up. Okay, I tell him the CV, I should be around here, but I'm desynced, so Amumu is there, I know exactly where he is. Now here's where I'm like, I don't know, drunk or something, so blatantly walk into that. Okay, I consume this. Now, basically, they can still see me, so I ward that rush. Of course, there's a trap in it, so I'm just tripping over traps here. So now, the dumb thing to do would be to continue counter jungling. I mean, they bloody see me, so I'm going back, and on the way, of course, I hit the other trap because I'm an idiot. So I go back to my rifts. Now, something is like, which is about the mind games here, is gonna happen. So I'm going back to my own race. Now, Amumu has gambled on the fact that I'd still be there. I'd still be counter jungling, except one thing, he didn't. So he was trying to take my creeps because he figured I'd still be up there. So basically, he can't do a thing. I mean, when Nunu's standing around there, you can't take his jungle. So I'm gonna get level 3 from these, and I'm gonna do something else. So I know Amumu's heading back to his raves. He walks mid with his W and E, which is completely useless against their god. So once this syncs up, I will kill this, and there we go. So I know where he is now. So watch what happens. So speed this up. Because of that ward, I know exactly if he passes by that way or not. So here I am. I'm lusted. I have boots. I move much faster than him. So even though he had a huge lead on me, I will be able to catch up. Right now, I'm ahead. Two blue wraiths right now. Okay, it's desynced. Okay, I see a Mumu. He just finished his wraiths. There we go. So I'm gonna try to catch my golems. So here we go. So it syncs up again. Okay, there we go. I'm right there. So, boom. Of course he's doing it. So I kill it, consume it, boom. I have 2 wraiths on him, and I took half that. So basically, I have more X right now, and more of my creeps on my side are available for me to kill. So basically, he's behind, despite the fact that he needs levels more than me, and basically his red's still warded, so I can just wait there and see if he does it or not, and just leave if he doesn't do it. So that's example 2. Actually, I forgot that, and I actually do take his red because I see him leaving for top, but level 3 Mumu Gang's almost completely worthless. So not only do I have taken his Wraith, one of his golems, I've taken his lizard, so, and I'm gonna leave him a useless camp right after this. So basically, I've really slowed down Amumu's jungle phase because he's forced to just waste time top doing nothing. So, not only that, I still have my golems and my lizard. So once I do those, I'll have a bigger exp advantage on him, while he still has to clear his red, or else he won't have it anymore. So here's example 3. This I'm on Frums. This is unlike the other 2 examples. I'm actually facing a jungler that is very strong and very hard to counter unless you're basically run there with like 1 or 2 people. Because basically Alpha Strike is very hard to predict. It kills near instantly if it goes off, and Yi does not normally do what everyone else does. So we're gonna see how we can deal with this in this clip. So basically, I was planning to ward blue because I know for a fact that Strelo usually starts here, then moves to Wraiths, moves to Wolves, and moves to blue camp. But Urgot catches me, so forget it. I'm not gonna dive in up there and risk dying for just a ward. So his team still thinks there's no ward there, but we'll see shortly. So basically, I want my team to be around here shortly because of what our CV again, CV, nudge, yep. So CV sees Yi right there, so I know for a fact he's not starting there. He definitely wants to start here. So I have my cronies, Tarek and Alistar, just guard that. Well, I'm gonna have Teemo do the same thing as usual. Pirate denies, and everything goes off without a hitch. So same thing happens, except these 2 valiantly defend my Wraiths, so you don't need to know what's going on there. So here we are. So they valiantly try to stop them from taking my Wraiths, but they're gonna get a Wraith, so wait here. Okay, so Yi's coming, so there's not much you can do. But I mean, it's a valiant defense. I mean, they sort of tried their best. So he smites that. He doesn't even get the full X because there's a bunch of guys hugging it like if it was theirs. So same plan here. I am gonna kill this golem. Yep. So they tell me there's still a big one. That's okay. I know where he's starting. So now after this, I assume he either went to his Wraith or to his Wolves. So I'm gonna speed this up. So okay, I know he started at Wolves for sure because he wasn't there at the time. So I forgot why I go here. Okay, I think it was just about time for what I'm gonna do next. So okay, I do this. So in hopes that I would catch him at Wraiths. So I go here. Wraiths are already done. So there's like now a 90% chance he's over here. So my partner sees he's at. That's really good of him. I didn't even ask him for that, but I know there's no one at Wolf. So I walk by this knowing that he's up here for sure. And what do you know? He is. So I kill that. There you go. Now here's why Nunu's such a great jungler. So I'm near full HP, he isn't, so I'm gonna TP here and wait a bit. He tries to come back as if he wants to kill Wraiths or something stupid, I don't know what he's doing. Here, get level 3, boom. So this is why I'm such a strong jungler really, because not really many people can stop Nunu from doing anything. So here I'm gonna suicide for first blood, because I'm just that awesome. So there you go, boom, first blood, and I get 400 gold. So that's not all though, that's not all. I haven't placed my ward, he still has blue, so I'm gonna speed this up. Follow my guy. Okay, so I finish off my race. I know he hasn't started his Wolves game, so I assume he went to his race right upon spawning, so I'm gonna kill this. Because I have boots and lust, it's highly likely I got to raves before he got to his. So I go here, steal that. Boom. Okay, now here's where it gets tricky. So now I have a ward here. Now I know exactly when he's gonna do it. So, and my bottom's doing really well. You'll see why, they're actually smarter than the average solo queuer, so I'm just gonna go to my blue. I mean, my golems, so. You just finished, or I sped it up, so you just finished his wolves. I didn't get the golem, so. He thinks he'll be safe from just that direction, but he doesn't know that I'm also above here, and Alistar's really good and flashes on it. And I still get to steal blue after killing him a second time, so. That is the power of counter jungle Nunu, and that ends example 3. For the next, okay, once this sinks, for next bit, this is another of Nunu's strength, is the fact that he roams very well. Simply put, because of his high movement speed and his skill set, he is innately stronger than most junglers in the game and can roam and gank much better than, say, Warwick, who is very weak until level 4 with red buff, or he has ultimate. So I'm going to show you a few clips of Nunu roaming. Alright, so here so far, because my lack of reliance on needed items, I've basically warded bottom. I'm on my way to stop Warwick from doing blue. I ward it, so take his wolf. Okay, he's yelling about something, who gives a damn. But basically I'm all set to stop him from taking blue in case the need arises. And I'm making life hell for Classic here, so he's not having the funnest time of his life either. So, basically put, I run away and make it look like I'm not going there. So Warwick thinks, oh, he's mid, what a dumbass. But as shown here, I sit around here, so he is Warwick, okay. Alright, there we go, it's finally updated, so 1200, so I'm gonna miss a easy smite, it's clearly my bad, so I'm gonna miss the smite. But here's the power of Nunu, so basically, even though he got the blue, he's level 5, he's completely defenseless against Nunu, because I have a Liz buff and I have a better skill set. Like, he only has Q, he doesn't have a red buff, so he doesn't have a disable even, so he can't do a thing against Nunu harassing him. If he was any other champion, like say Olaf, he probably would have a chance to kill me, but no dice, so he dies basically pretty easy. So here I make good use of the fact that I'm a stronger early game champion, so we're gonna get Rise here. Nunu is really good at ganks even before level 6, so I think his level must be wrong, but whatever. So here we go, so I look for Rise, boom, there he is, slow him down, slow him again, slow him again. Lost him, or on Luster actually, boom, easy kill. Because Nunu is just really strong at ganks, so if you overextend against Nunu or if it's Pirate, you're basically a sure kill. Alright, so earlier we just saw Mumu go to his Wraiths, and now I put 2 wards there earlier, so basically we know if he starts blue, we know if he's, I don't know what he's doing there, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna surround him from top, we got landed a bunch of stuff bottom, that's really good of him, so easy kill, even with flash, he should have flashed over, but whatever. Boom, easy kill because we had vision and he's a weaker jungler until level 6. Like we're both level 5, but I'm simply just stronger than him. So it's an easy kill, easy good roaming by Nunu. See, this is what map control is, and I take his blue for nothing. And then our example of Nunu's powerful ganks. So me and Urgot are about to wait here because we know Nid's here. So there, here comes Nid. So boom, she's screwed. Boom, and yeah, there's lots of ults going on, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like Nunu is just a very strong ganker early game, and it's very hard to get away. Like when you combine it with someone like Urgot who does lots of sustained damage, it's a win-win. Now here, shortly ago, we had a ward there which just died, I think. So another good aspect of Roman, simply having wards out so you know what's going on. So I ward here, she's still doing it. Watch this. boom, I took her to Liz. She basically wasted her time. And I chased her, but it's not gonna get her because she blows fast. Whatever, my Absolute Zero has lower cooldown. So that's another great aspect of Nunu Roman. Just taking boss when people outsmites are doing it. So here we just pulled off another successful gank, so Nunu can afford to buy a lot of wards. So here's my pink ward. I know it's not warded, I don't know what the hell that's for, but... So basically, Nunu can do Dragon because he has amazing map control. That's a huge strength for Roman, so he probably is one of the best map controllers in the game. Roman Nunu is just really hard to stop because he moves so fast, and really hard to kill once you find him because he'll slow you down and just run away. And notice I keep a counter of Dragon. Dragon spawns 6 minutes. It's always good to just type it out after killing it, so you and your team know when it spawned for sure, and you can have your team set up there for the next dragon if needed. So basically, if Nunu has any weakness, it would probably be his atrocious late game. Late game, DPS wise, he has one of the worst if you don't go AP. If you go AP, but you're gonna get killed like very fast because his durability is one of the worst when he goes AP. So basically, Nunu's real weakness is the fact that his late game mostly revolves around him being a Blood Boil bot and a CC bot. So here we have a pirate doing 300 damage and just Blood Boil him and you're good to go. But if I didn't have a farmed carry, Nunu would probably be very useless because all he can really do is just slow people down and CC them. So basically, that's all there is to Nunu's weaknesses. There's not much else to say about it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you watch my other jungle videos as well. Thank you.